cloud computing subject from the first chapter, Introduction to the Cloud Computing. Okay, so today we will study about the challenges in a cloud computing. What are the challenges in a cloud computing while accessing from the remote location? Okay, so what are the problems we will face while working on a computing, while cloud computing? So there are many number of challenges or the problems we will face while working with the cloud computing. What are those challenges, or we can say the problems while accessing such a personal data from the remote location or the cloud location? Okay, so this is for the challenges or the problems faced during the cloud computing, working on a cloud computing. The first challenge we will face as a reliability and the availability. So these two words, reliability and as well as the availability, these two words are already discussed. What do you mean by availability? So the resources or the data should be present when it is demanded by the particular user. So that is, we called it as a availability. And the reliability, when the resources are available, the system performance should not be degraded. So the system performance should be increases according to the user's requirement. That is the reliability. So the reliability and the availability, this is the main problem we will face in the cloud computing. So what is that reliability and the availability? So reliability, it is that we simply called it as the service must be available when it is needed by the user. So that I called it as a reliability. So consider one of the service which is demanded by the user. So that kind of service or the application, or we can say the particular resource also. So that kind of services must be available within a particular period of time, or within it is required by the user. So that I call, say, it is the reliability for the particular cloud computing service. So whatever the service which is asked by the user, that service is to be provided or the give available to the user within it is requirement. So that I called it is a reliability. So we can say the most of the businesses are dependent on the service provided by the third user party. Hence it is mandatory for the cloud systems to be reliable and the robust or the available. So what is that reliability and availability? Just now I said the cloud system must be reliable and available when it is demanded by the users. So what kind of demanded by the user? That the demand must be a service demand, or the applications demand, as well as the resources are demand. So the cloud system must be reliable, the service must be available when it is demanded or when it is required by the user. So that is the reliability and the availability. Okay, so it is the mandatory for the cloud systems to be reliable as well as the available. Okay, so this is the first problem we will face in the cloud systems. So what is the next problem we will face in the cloud system as a security and the privacy? This is the main problem. This is the main challenge in the cloud computing. So privacy, it is related to the all information we will store on the remote location. So that information should be the private, should be the secured from the other third person. Okay, so this challenge, this can be reduced by using the security applications or the security softwares. How we will secure such a problem? So we will use the security methods, or as well as the encrypted file system also. So that the data should not be lost or should be secure from the other person from accessing such information from the cloud system. So this is the main problem, how data is to be stored. That should be privately accessed by the main person as well as that own person he can access it. So it is all the problem or the challenge we will face in the cloud system. So that is the security as well as the privacy. So whatever the information we are storing on the cloud, so that data should be the privately stored, as well as the security must be provided. So what kind of security methods we are using? So one method we have already discussed, that is the lock-in method. Okay, so data should be locked while data is to be transformed from one platform to the another platform. The data should be in an encrypted format. So whatever the security methods or the applications we are using, that is the encrypted file system, lock-in file system, so many methods we are using for security purpose. So this is the one problem we are facing in the cloud system, as the security as well as the privacy. Okay, so next about the interoperability. What do you mean by that interoperability? So it is the one kind of application. So suppose called it as a one application or the software. I want to move from one platform to the another platform. Okay, suppose just consider one example. If user is created one application, you can take any application or the software. The user is created the one application by using some platforms. Okay, so now the another person, the different person who is accessing that application which is created by the A. Suppose consider the two users are there. Okay, so the A user, he is created the one application using so and so platform. Okay, now the another user, consider the B user, he is accessing that application which is created by the A user. Okay, now which is being used by the another platform. So A platform which is so A user which is working on a platform, and B user which is accessing from the B platform. So there is a interoperability is working. So this can be so it is becoming possible through the web services also. Okay, so I'm using the one application is on a one platform, and the another user is accessing that application from the another platform. So the two platforms are working there, so I can access the services from both of these platforms. So this method or this solution, I call it as it is a interoperability. But sometimes in cloud computing it is not possible. So this is also the one problem we are facing in the cloud systems also. Okay, so the two platforms are there. Okay, user is working on one platform and the another user is accessing that service from the another platform. So this is not the this is the problem we are facing in a cloud system. Now screen is visible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is all about the interoperability. Moving to the next problem as a portability. So already we know what you mean by portability. The portability is not possible because each of the cloud providers uses the different standard languages to the one particular type of platforms. So platform means whatever the problems, the one kind of application or the software running on one cloud platform can be moved to the new cloud platform, or it should be operate correctly without making any changes in the design as well as the coding. Okay, so suppose I am taking the one cloud platform, new cloud platform, and I want to make some changes. So that should not be happen with their design as well as the coding. So the cloud computing service or the cloud computing system should provide the best service as a portability challenge. Okay, so this is about the one kind of problem as well as the challenge we will face while accessing the cloud services, portability problem. So what about the service quality? Whatever the services we are accessing or the applications we are working on the cloud system, this gives the best or the strong service quality guarantee. So this cloud system, it should give the strong or the best service quality while accessing such a kind of availability as well as the scalability property. Okay, so this all about the service quality. Whatever the services, or as we can say, the reliability as well as the availability or the scalability. In case of these three properties, the cloud system, it should give the best service quality guarantee. So this is all about the service quality problem. We will also face this kind of problem in while accessing the cloud systems, as well as the computing performance. Okay, so for accessing such a kind of applications or the services, the high network bandwidth is required. Okay, so this is all about for the high network bandwidth is needed for data accessing or the accessing the applications on the cloud. So that I can say the result is to be a high in cost. So this is also the cost effective while accessing such a cloud systems. So these are the number of problems or the challenges we are faced in a cloud systems. So reliability, availability, so within a time, the applications, resources as well as the services is to be available to the users requirement or the users needed. So what kind of security methods or the how the information, personal information which is located on a remote location, how that data is to be protected from the other persons or the third party. Okay, and as well as the interoperability. If suppose I am working on one platform and user is accessing from the another platform, so how these two platforms are to be interrelated with each other. So this is also the one platform, this is called as a interoperability. Okay, as well as now the portability. One running platform, or sorry, one application is running on one cloud platform, and I'm moving to the that application onto the new cloud platform. So without make any changes, designs or the coding, the cloud system should provide the portability. So that is all about the portability challenge. And what about the service quality? Whatever the service has to be provided by the cloud system, it gives the best or the strong service quality guarantee. What about the computing performance? So while accessing such information from the cloud system, it requires a high bandwidth network. So obviously the system performance is gives a high. According to the cost effective also it will increases. So these are the problems well faced in the cloud systems while working in a cloud computing net. This is the models while working on a cloud computing. So what is that models? So in a cloud system, two types of models we will discuss. The first is the service model and the second is about the deployment model. We can simply say the working of cloud system is divided into the two types of the models. First is the deployment model as well as second is the service model. This is the one diagram or this is the one figure. So this is the service model and this is the deployment models. See here. So now moving to the what do you mean by deployment models. So this is all about the cloud deployment models. We can simply call it as a types of the cloud also. These are the cloud types. So there are the four types of the cloud system. So the first cloud model or the first cloud type is a public cloud, private cloud, community cloud, and the last one is the hybrid cloud. So the cloud deployment models, we will also call it as these are the types of the clouds also. So the first and the fourth one is the public, private, community, and the hybrid. So these are the types of the cloud provider. These are the types of the cloud deployment models. What is the deployment model? So this is all about how to access the particular data from the cloud. So the cloud deployment models are nothing but our the how to data, how it define the how access the data from the cloud. So it defines the type of the access to the cloud. These are the number of types. The first type is about the public cloud. So here, so the services and the models, the working on a cloud is to be divided into the two models as the deployment and the service models. Okay, so deployment models, it defines the type of the access to the cloud, means how cloud is located on the so and so location. So this defines the how the type of access to the cloud. So there are the four types to access such a cloud: is a public, private, hybrid, and the community cloud. So this is all about the types of the models. So what do you mean by first type of the cloud is public cloud? So this public cloud allows system, so this type of cloud service are accessible to the general public. So allows the system to and services to be easily accessible to the general public. The public cloud may be less secure because it is openness. For example, is our Gmail account. So what is that public account? This is the one kind of, it is the one type of public cloud in which how it shows the how the data is to be accessible from the cloud system. So this type of public cloud, it allows the systems or the services to be accessible to all over the general public. Anytime any kind of general public can access so and so applications and so services as well as the resources. So that kind of type cloud, I called it as it is my public cloud. So this public cloud allows the services and the system to be accessible, to be retrieved from all over the general public. So this is all about the general public. So the one example we called it as it is a Gmail account. So whatever the email messages are stored onto the particular account, the own users can access it. So it is all accessible for the general public. Okay, so it is because of its openness property, it is a less secure comparison with the other cloud types. So this is the public cloud. So public cloud, it is accessible to the all general public. Services as well as the resources and the applications are accessible to the all over general public. So this is the public cloud. So what is that private cloud? So reverse of public, the private cloud, the whatever the applications or the services is accessible within the particular organization. Now consider the college organization, only the faculty, students, or the office admin or the principal can access the college data, not the other organization. Consider the other organization as the another college as a WIT. WIT cannot access the our college information. So that particular private organization can access their services as well as their resources. So this is all about the within the organization users can access the services as well as the applications. Okay, so because of this property as a private, so this is the more secure. So it increased the security because of this private nature. Okay, so within only the particular organization, user can access the applications as well as the services. Okay, so this is the private cloud or the private deployment model. So what is that community model? So the community model allows system and services to be accessible by the group of organizations. So what is that group of organization? One group of our college is one group of organization. It is the one organization. Another college ABC, this is the another organization. Now consider the XYZ, this is the another organization. Now combine these three organizations, my college, ABC organization, and the XYZ organization. Now I combining these three organizations, so I can say this is the group of organizations. Okay, only the within the members of that organization can access the applications as well as the resources. Okay, so this is the community cloud or the community deployment model of the cloud systems. Okay, the community cloud. So the community cloud, this type of cloud or the deployment model, it gives the system, it allows the system as well as the applications which is accessible by the group of the organization. Okay, the members of the particular organization can access the applications and the services for the so and so community. Okay, so this is all about the community cloud or the community deployment model. So last type of the community model is the last type of the deployment model is the hybrid cloud. So the hybrid cloud, it is the combination of public and the private cloud. So public means the services is accessible to all general public, any user can access it. And what about the private? Only the within that particular organization, member of that organization can access it. Okay, so I can say the critical services are working on the private cloud and the non-critical services are working on the public cloud. So combination of private and the public model, so that kind of one particular model, the combination of both of this, I called it as it is my hybrid model. So hybrid model, it is the combination of public plus private cloud. Okay, so see here, however, whatever the critical activities or the services, these are under the private, and the non-critical services and the applications are performed using the public cloud. Okay, so this is the type deployment models, or we can say the types of the cloud: public, private, community, and the hybrid cloud. So moving to the next is the what do you mean by service models. So the service model, this refer to the this is the one kind of reference model also, okay, on which the particular cloud computing system is based. Okay, so XYZ user is there, that one kind of user XYZ, this user, he wants to access the personal information which is located on the remote location. Okay, so while the data is present on a remote location, so that data is to be provided to the XYZ user. So while supporting that data to the XYZ user, some kind of providers are needed. So what is that? That I called it as it is my reference model. So that these are the service models. By using these three service models, user can access the applications to the cloud systems. So these are the first three models for the service model. As a first is a infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and the software as a service model. What is that infrastructure as a service model? So this is the one. This is the diagram for the infrastructure as a service model. So this is the most basic level of the service model. Each of the service model make use of the underlying service model. So whatever the each inherits and the security and the management mechanisms from the underlying model as shown in the diagram. So the infrastructure as a service model, this type of service, it gives or it will provide the infrastructure, or we can say the one particular type of services it will provide. So what kind of services it will provide? So virtual type of machine services it will provide, storage services it will provide, as well as the network management services it will provide. So infrastructure as a service, this type of service model, it provide the different kinds of services. So that kind of services related to the storage services, networking management services, as well as the virtual machine services. So what is that? Virtual machine is related to the virtualization service. So what is that virtualization service? So that virtualization concept we will discuss in the next chapter. Okay, so in infrastructure as a service, this service provides the different kinds of services. So what are those services? Storage related services, networking, or the different kind of storage device services, as well as the virtualization services. So all types of security as well as the security management services, it is provided by the infrastructure model. Okay, so see here, it is the it is the delivery of the technology infrastructure as on a demand by scalable service. It provides the see here, it provides the fundamental resources as the physical machines, virtual machine, virtual storage. So any kind of particular kind of services it will provide related to the virtualization services, storage device services, as well as the networking related services. This infrastructure as a service it will provide. So this is the one example. So this is the virtualization. See here the virtualization. So what do you mean by that virtualization? We will discuss in depth in a next or the second chapter. So the simply we have to remember that infrastructure, this kind of service, it will provide the virtualization services, security, storage security services, as well as the networking management services. Okay, so what are the benefits, what are the advantages while using such a kind of model? Is a full control of computing resources through the administrative. Obviously, whatever the virtualization concept we are using, the user has to access the more control or the full control while accessing such a resources as well as the services. Okay, it is flexible and the efficient while accessing such a resources. It should be the portability, interoperability with the legacy applications. Okay, so one problem we are facing in such a service is a virtualization concept. Okay, so the virtual machine concept or the virtualization concept we will face in this problem in this model. So it gives the also the availability problem, also robustness and the portability. So these are the problems we will face, that is the portability, availability, virtualization concept, as well as the security problems we will also face in the infrastructure as a service model. These are the examples while using such a services for the infrastructure as a service model. OpSource and TT Communications, Terremark, and so. These are the examples for the infrastructure as a service model reference. Okay, so next, so see here. So this infrastructure as a service model. So from this, the models for the service, I can say the infrastructure as a service model, it provides the different kinds of fundamental resources as well as the application, different kinds of applications it will provide. So simply it provide the fundamental resources. So next is about the platform as a service. So this type of service model, it provides the particular platform for the particular database or the deployment tools as well as the servers. So it provides the runtime environment applications as well as the deployment tools. So while using the Java programs, we are using the JDK. Okay, so that kind of environment we have to install, we have to the one kind of a package we are required for running so and so Java program. So this based onto the particular runtime applications or the runtime environment, it will require for the platform as a service model. Okay, so this platform service model, it provides all the facilities required to support the complete life cycle for the building and delivery for the web applications or the services entirely from the internet. So this is also the one example while accessing such a platform as a service model. So what is that platform as a service model? We have just to remember what is that first. It provides the just simply as the runtime environment. Okay, just we have to just remember what is that platform as a service model. So in depth of such a service models we will discuss in the next sessions. Okay, so this is all about the platform as a service model. These are the benefits and the problems while facing such a service model. This is also the examples. Amazon, AWS, Amazon Web Services. This is the one kind of cloud computing providers. So it will provide the different kinds of services such as computing power as well as the storage related services it will provide. Okay, so it is flexible, reliable as well as the scalable. So simply it provides the different kinds of services provided by the platform. What all about the software as a service model? So the software as a service model, this provides it allows to use the software applications as a service to the end users. So one of the software we are using is a email messages, or the games we are using on a particular application. This is the one example while using the software as a service model. So it will provide the use of software applications as a service to the end users. So see here, these are the examples: billing and invoicing system, customer relationship management, CRM applications, help desk applications, human resource solution applications. Okay, so one example also the email account. This is also the one model for the software application. These are the benefits and the issues, problems while working on this provider. So the Salesforce.com. So this is the one cloud development platform. It is dedicated. It gives the customer relationship management platform. This is the Salesforce.com. And the Google also. This is the Google App Engine. Facebook. So these are the examples for the software as a service platform. Just we have to remember, so these three platforms, so these three: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, as well as the software as a service. These three service models, it will provide. So software, it is related, it gives services according to the software applications, and the platform, it gives the packages or the runtime environment services, and the infrastructure, it will provide the storage services as well as the networking and the virtualization services it will provide. So these are the three: software, platform, and the infrastructure. These are the three service models for the cloud systems. So these are the examples. How do you use the cloud? So this is the example of the cloud systems. So the next is about the cloud computing architecture. Basically, the cloud system is divided into the two parts, or the cloud architecture is divided into the two modules, as the front end module, or the front end part, as well as the second is the back end part. What is that for front end part? So see here in this example on this figure, the front end is about the client infrastructure. What is that client infrastructure? So the front end, it refers to the client part of the cloud computing system. Okay, so this is the in the front end, the client is present, in which the client is used to access the cloud by the web browsers. So this refers to the client part of the cloud computing system. It consists of interfaces and the applications that are required to access the cloud platform. Okay, so the front end, this is all about the front end of the cloud. This is the client is present on a front end. So while accessing such applications, services, as well as the storage or the data which are present in a back end. So the back end, it is nothing but a cloud itself. So whatever the applications and the services which is accessed by the user or the client, so it requires the one kind of web browser or the web applications it requires. So the front end, it is nothing but the system, the architecture is divided by a front end and the back end. So the front end, it is nothing but our the client which is working through the web browser. So whatever the informations as well as the services and the applications, while accessing such applications, it required the cloud platforms. So this is my cloud. Now on the back end, so back end, it itself is a cloud itself. So this is the cloud itself. So through internet or through networking, the client can access the backend of the cloud. So backend consists of the different applications, services, as well as the storage and the security management. Any different kinds of applications, services, storage devices, as well as the security management. So all kinds of information has to be stored onto the cloud itself. So backend, it is nothing but our cloud platform or the cloud system. So backend, it refers to the cloud itself. It consists of huge storage of data, virtual machines, security management mechanism services, as well as the different kinds of deployment models and the servers it will access. So the architecture of the cloud, it is divided by the front end. The front end, the client is working on a front end through the web browser or the internet. It can access the applications, different kinds of services, and so security mechanisms. So back end, which is present on a cloud. Okay, so the front end and the back end. So see here, this is the cloud architecture. This is the front end. So this is the front end, end user is present. So the particular medium or the router, we can say at the switch also. So this particular medium, he can access the cloud services. The internet is required for accessing such a services from the cloud system. So and the backend cloud itself is present. So this is the front end, user is present, and a backend cloud is present. So this is the architecture, cloud computing architecture. In between, the whatever the applications and the services as well as the storage, these are the all information or the whatever the application services which is present on a cloud, so which is on a backend. So that services has to be accessed by the end users by the front end system. So this is called this on the left hand side, I called it as these are the users working on the laptop, and on the below, the users working on the mobiles. This is the machines, desktop machines, and we can say on the left hand side, on the top of the figure, so these are working on their particular tablets. So whatever the platforms they are using, while using such a platform, they are accessing the applications as well as the services from the cloud itself. So these are the front end, then this is the back end. So back end, the cloud is present, and the client infrastructure, it is on the front end. So this is the cloud computing architecture, front end and the back end. Through the internet connectivity, user can access the cloud by web browser. So this is all about the deployment, cloud computing deployment models, service models, as well as the cloud architecture.